Take advantage of the Boxing King Media discount at BYD Sheffield. You can get this amazing car for £269 per month with a £269 deposit. Details in the description.
Boxing King Media powered by BYD. We're out here representing BYD, Johnny, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh. Crazy backdrop behind it. There's like, do you remember that game? I think it's from your era, Fatal Fury.
This is in the 90s. Now, believe it or not, I never played any of these games because I just couldn't. So now when it, like the youngsters, like even FIFA and that stuff, I never played them. But now they're all over the place and people keep thrusting these little handsets in my hand saying, have a go, I'll get mashed up. But every day I've come here and there's been something different. The backdrop's been different. They change it overnight. People have been working like ants, man, 24/7. It's changed over, but it's a great setup, really good setup.
It is, man. There's been a lot of drama, like any fight week. There's always something going on. I think the biggest drama has been this whole thing with, what's his name, Floyd Schofield pulling out, a replacement coming in, Josh Padley from our neck of the woods. You know, he was wiring somebody's electrics up on Monday and today's he's going to fight one of the world's best on Saturdays. You can't make it up only in boxing.
No, the lesson in that is, you know, the fighters that are at home, that dip in and out of the gym, or they do this as a part-time thing, and they try and cheat boxing. You can play every sport in the world, golf, football, tennis, whatever. You can't play boxing because it's the only place, as Brendan says, you can legally get killed. So therefore, you've got to live in the gym. And Josh Padley has proved that. He's proved that he lived in the gym, an opportunity knocked on his door, and he was ready. And listen, I remember that's how I got my crap for the European title. Twice. That's how I got my crap for the British title. Twice, because people thought, he's not ready, get hold of him. You've got to live in the gym, it's got to be your lifestyle. So regardless of what happens with Padley, I think he's probably earned a life-changing opportunity here for him, and he sets an example for fighters to live the life, live in the gym. I know I'm not saying kill yourself every day, but make sure you're always gym fit.
You know, I keep hearing that saying, stay gym fit, but realistically, is he going to be fit enough to do 12 rounds?
Yeah. So in the gym, you can do 12 rounds, 12 competitive rounds. When you're up there, you've got to set the pace up. If you're gym fit, you can do it. You're better off being just underfit than overfit, overtrained, because you can always dig in. And if you're constantly in the gym, just working on one or two little things, all you have to do is just tweak one or two things to step up to be fight fit. That's why if you stay gym fit, you can always step in at short notice. I stepped in at short notice for the European title and had 4 days notice and won. You know what I mean? So this can be done. But if you're not in the gym at all, then your problem is you disappear, you come back, you've got to make the weight, then you've got to train for the fight, then you've got to download information like a computer. But if you're living in the gym, that's what the training wants you to do, these opportunities come along.
They do indeed. And then, you know, the big talking point obviously is the heavyweight fight. That's the one that's going to capture everyone's imagination. There was some suggestion a few days ago that Tyson Fury might rock up and we might see him in the corner of Joseph Parker. I think Joe was asked about this and he said he'd welcome it, but there's no confirmation whether he is or isn't. What do you make of that?
I'd be very surprised if Tyson Fury came here. Right now there's a Mexican standoff. And right now he's thinking, no, fun that with this game, I'm done. He ain't done, and he's probably not had the effect that he wanted. I gather Joshua's coming, I gather Usyk's coming. And you know what, for these guys to rock up out here, it's great, and it's great respect. We're talking about the heavyweight fight. It's not even top of the bill. That's how good this bill is. Do I expect Tyson Fury to come here? No, I don't. If he does, you know what, he's got to sit at the side like everybody else. It's not his playground anymore. It's his play. He's got to be like everybody else, just joining the mix. Do I think he'll be able to sit down and play second fiddle to Usyk if Usyk is here? I suppose. I don't know. I think it's still a bit too raw for him right now. And speaking to Spencer Brown and hearing what Frank's saying, you know, I don't think they really know if he's retired. They're just wishing him good luck if he has retired. But come on, man, you know that's not the case.
Well, we're definitely going to have Usyk. Usyk's definitely coming in. He messaged me a few days ago to say that he's going to be, I think he arrives today, but he's doing a few media bits, and Saturday night he's going to be here. Anthony Joshua's going to be here. So if Tyson's here as well, I don't think all three and Dubois have ever been in the same room.
You know what? And it's funny. It's funny how the heavyweight landscape's changed over the last couple of years. Usyk came and dropped in a cruiserweight, and that's when AJ and Fury are top dogs in the division. Usyk stepped up. They're looking at this man here. He steps in. He deals with them all one at a time. Leaves a trail of destruction behind him. Now these men are looking up to him, thinking, well, they've got to humble themselves. And he's not just beaten once; he's beaten twice. And so now they've got to sit down and humble themselves. The problem for these guys is they've got to accept. And because if you really believe you're the best fighter in the world, it's very hard to accept anything else. And it's a pyramid of life. And so this is where they're at now. So for them to sit down with them, sit down, it's very humbling. That's what you've got to do. But this is business.
It definitely is. What's your mindset at? A lot of people have got it 52, I think, not 52%. I think Usyk, when I spoke to him, he thinks Parker edges the fight. Not Parker, Dubois. He's got Dubois as a 52% favourite. Where's your head at the moment?
I think Parker is technically the better boxer. He's technically the better boxer. The better fighter is Danny Dubois. And Danny Dubois is at the right age, right part of his time. He's had the right run lately to go in there as a confident fighter. Fighters have to do certain things to get themselves to believe in themselves, believe what they're capable of doing. That his run of last 3 fights has made this guy think, I can walk through walls. So this is the right time for Danny Dubois at 27 years old. Josie Parker has the skill set. He can box defensively, he can box offensively. He's better off a defensive fighter than he's an offensive fighter. He's won against Zhilei Zhang, he's won against Deontay Wilder, but great wins because his boxing brain, his boxing IQ did it. But remember, these guys, their pace was lower. Wilder was past his best and he exposed him at that. Zhilei Zhang's 41 years old. Zhilei Zhang comes in at a pace like that and he'll be consistent with his pace. And so most fighters that get in with him, they'll be running ahead at the beginning of the fight, but he catches up to them and closes them down. And they were perfect for Parker, but even though he had to box perfectly. Now he's meeting a 27-year-old version of a mixture of the two of them, and a hungry champion as well. And that's why I'd have to lean towards Danny Dubois, because now he's a fighter that believes in himself.
What do you which fighter do you think on this card will probably bring the biggest, not surprise, but maybe make the biggest statement or become like a potential star out of this event? Have you got one guy?
You know what? I think the whole bill is mad. The whole bill. Any one of these fights, well, the early two, because these are young novices. Any one of these fights, you could put anywhere, and they could top a bill. And we're talking about the heavyweight fight, and so it's the top of the bill. It's not even the top of the bill. We come on at 4 o'clock at Sky, and then about 4:45, you've got Joshua Buatsi against Callum Smith at 4:45. 5:45, you've got Zhilei Zhang. He's in there. So you've got to think to yourself, come on, man. That's pure madness.
I don't know. I've just seen something. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently Dubois is ill. And they're looking for a replacement. I don't know if it's true or not. Have you had...
I yesterday saw that the fight was cancelled through somebody being poisoned, so you don't know if it's true or false. You don't know if it's fake news. You don't know if it's fake news. So don't be fooled by that kind of thing. Now let's just wait a bit. But fake news is hovering around, so there's a lot of things popping up right now, but we'll see.
Let me just quickly check my Twitter, because if that is true, I'm always scared to open up Twitter because Twitter's just full of bloody shit.
Just wait until
I can't see anything on here, but yeah, if it is true, who on earth could come in at this last minute?
I don't think that would be possible to get anybody that would be past to come in at this last minute, if that was the case. But again, don't get excited about something until you're sure it's sure. You're wasting your breath, you're wasting your energy, and you're giving yourself a heart attack.
We don't want a heart attack. Johnny, thank you for your time, mate, and we'll catch you soon, man. No problem. Sweet, bro.